Hey everyone, I'm Tiffany from Bubbles and Boom Beauty Bar. Welcome to our show, Beauty and Confidence Within, how you can radiate your own unique power and beauty from the inside out. Today we have Sheila Bella. How are you, Sheila?
Ah, it's so awesome to be here. What's going on? Do I
Yay.
sound like an alien? Is
No,
this
you
the okay, cool. Because it said my connection was unstable, but it's okay. Cool.
you sound good. You sound good.
Okay.
Okay.
All
So
right.
let me introduce Sheila. She is the American Academy of Micropigmentation president. She's a speaker,
What?
podcast host. What? Founder of two seven-figure beauty businesses, a wife, a mom, a boss dipped in sauce. So I wanted Sheila to come on here because, as you can tell from her thorough resume, that she has um, life and work experience and she has lots of wisdom to share. So welcome again, Sheila. Thank you for being here. I'm so excited to speak with you today.
Yeah, thanks for having me, girl. Thanks for thinking of me.
Oh, of course.
Awesome what you're doing.
Yay. Thank you. I appreciate it. Okay. So for the audience that does not already know you, can you just tell us who you are and what you do and maybe how you got into your work?
Cool. People don't know me. I guess you could say that I made a name for myself through permanent makeup. I thought it was going to be singing like Britney Spears because my Britney Spears impersonation is pretty good. Um, but no, I'm just kidding. No, I actually always thought that I was going to be a singer or like something in the entertainment industry. Lo and behold, I made a name for myself tattooing faces. If you would have told me that when I was 5 years old, I wouldn't have believed you. I worked my butt off. I did. I went through a lot of ups and downs. I created a 7-figure permanent makeup business within 3 years. And then fast forward even just like 6 years later, I also created a 7-figure online coaching business. We coach beauty entrepreneurs to 6 figures and beyond. I guess you could say that I have experience building a business, not only in the brick and mortar, as a brick and mortar, but also the online space. Now I just like eat, breathe, live, seeing women win and helping them out with their sales because sales is where it's at.
Love it. Okay. So how do you help women or how are you an example of confidence and inner beauty to your clients and community? How do you portray that to them?
How am I an example of inner beauty to and confidence to my clients and my community? I have ups and downs. Even privately. I know I'm this like quote unquote picture of confidence, or at least that's like how a lot of people like describe me to me. But oh man, I have ups and downs. I struggle with confidence sometimes, There's times where I lose myself and I'm like, who was that girl who just wrote that amazing caption the other day? Like I can't feel her anymore. I feel like I'm not worthy of that. Yeah. So it doesn't mean that I don't struggle. I think my superpower though is just basically what I did right there, which is transparency and vulnerability. And I think that's everybody's superpower. I never want people to look at my Instagram and feel bad about themselves or think that I have the perfect life. I think life isn't just about feeling good. I think life is also about struggle, and it's about feeling it all. I think that's how I'm an example of that. It's just transparency and
no, that's so true.
vulnerability.
You are very transparent in your posts and everything. So I think that's what people are attracted to because they feel you because they feel what you're going through. You know what I mean? So I appreciate that. Thank you.
Thank you.
So what do you feel like is the difference between being powerful and being empowering, like empowering others?
I think they go hand in hand. I do. My success literally began the moment I stopped chasing power. It was the moment that I started to shift my focus to empowering others. And I've said this before because it's so true. The most insecure I have ever been has been when I was so focused on myself and what I look like and how people perceive me and, what can I get, as opposed to what can I give. And when I realized that, being seen as valuable needed to begin with me giving value. Once I shifted my focus to other people's pain and their challenges and how to serve that and how to alleviate that, that's when I started an awakening, really, as hippy dippy as that sounds. It's really strange, Tiffany, but I feel like I started having fun. In life. I have always been in my head because I was chasing power, whatever that meant. And then at around 28 years old, what's interesting is I met my husband. And I all of a sudden cared about something more than myself. Sorry to my ex-husband, my first husband, but I didn't feel that way. He didn't bring that out of me. I don't know. Maybe I was young or whatever. Poor guy. I don't know if it was his fault necessarily. So sorry. But yeah, I met my current husband, and yeah, it was all about, making him happy. And, it was a healthy relationship. It wasn't one of those relationships where it was one-sided. And it gave me purpose. And then I started having fun. And then, once that started, I started looking at other women and, their challenges and how can I help them? I mean, really, that's what it is. You just need to get laser obsessed with others. And I just think money is a byproduct.
It's the bonus. Yeah, there is power in generosity. I love that. And thank you for coaching us through that. I feel like this is part of your coaching too. So we're learning from you. Okay. So how do you in your life, how do you push past fears and self-doubt to step into your own
power? Journaling is a big one. Talking to people is a big one. Talking to friends is a big one. Talking to my husband is another big one. But I think that out of all of those, it really is talking to yourself. It's coaching yourself. I have a journal, and in my journal, so it's cute. It's from Target. It's like one of those sequin journals, where it changes, the picture.
Oh, how cool! Like the pillows.
So, yeah. So, but what I do, and this is my second journal that I've done this with, is the last 10 pages. I write down all of my life lessons, the life lessons that I've learned since, I became aware. You know what I mean? Not like as a baby, but kind of like aware of my adulthood, which probably happened at around 28 years old or something like that. So there's things that I innately know, that I know to be true of the universe, that I know of myself, and I write down basically the things that have never changed. What are the things that have never changed? When I focus on others, I feel better. So all of these things that have never changed. When I wake up early, I feel better. What are all of these things? And so and I try to make it a point to read those things every morning as part of my morning routine. And me adding to those life lessons takes time. I won't add to it until, I'm sure that this is something that's constant. Because when I read those, it's as part of my morning routine. When I read it every morning, it's just a reminder of the wisdom that, I've collected over the years, that I've gained over the years about me. Right. You are an expert in you. No one else can coach you better than you can. No fitness coach, no business coach. That's another story. If you don't have the know-how, you can't. No business coach. No one else can coach you in you. I'm talking about your self-will. I'm talking about, your self-confidence and your self-discipline. It's good to hire coaches if you don't know how to do something, but before you can be coached by anyone else, you have to learn how to coach yourself, because that coach can't do anything with you if you don't get your mind straight. If you don't have that self-discipline, if you don't have that will. I'm sorry, what was the question? Got lost.
How do you push past fear and self-doubt to step into your power?
So yeah, it's journaling. And also part of journaling has helped me. Part of journaling, which is also self-coaching. What I've learned to be constant is that fear doesn't really go away.
Right.
I don't know any time, actually, even though I've probably my best, quote unquote, air quotations, best moments in my life. My most confident. What was my most confident looking in my life? I don't know. I was on stage speaking in front of thousands of people when I was at Araneta Coliseum, like singing in front of like the whole country, whatever. I'm scared. I'm scared.
Right.
So something that, is it Ryan Holiday? Ryan Holiday says that, it's okay to be scared, but you can't be afraid, because afraid is crippling. Scared is natural. It just kind of doesn't go away. So I also, part of that is like just accepting that doesn't go away. And, but the more you do it, the quote unquote easier it becomes. You kind of just get used to it. You get used to that that feeling, that nagging feeling that doesn't go away.
Yeah, have conversations with yourself.
I mean, it's strange, but it really does work. And even the discipline to face yourself is a big deal. You're like, I really don't want to face myself today. You really need to commit to facing yourself. And I think accountability is great. I think you can hire coaches. I think you can ask friends to keep you accountable. But at the end of the day, it really is you. Just you versus you versus you.
True. So, okay. So say for instance, I make a commitment to myself to change or to be more determined or more confident. And like at first when you get into something, you're so juiced about it. And then like a couple days later, you kind of fall off. So like, how can I motivate myself in those instances? Like, how should I talk to myself? What should I remember?
So this is where tribe comes in handy. This is where a coach will come in handy, or not even a coach, maybe just like a friend that will ask you, did you face yourself today? Maybe make a pact with a friend saying, I promise to journal for 90 days straight. Or even forget 90 days. Like, let's do a quick win, like 7 days straight. Promise to journal and face myself 7 days straight. And that friend can help keep you accountable, not tell you what to do, which is, I think this is a more empowering way, I think, of transforming something about yourself that, you don't like. When friends don't tell you what to do, but they just ask you, like, did you face yourself today? And at least hold you accountable for that.
That's awesome. I actually have an accountability partner for like working out. I have an accountability partner. My girlfriend just texted me this morning at 5:30 a.m. and I slept through my alarm, but it's good to like, so you're actually like, you're not just letting yourself down, but you don't want to let your friends down either. You don't want to let your tribe down. So that's awesome.
Yeah.
Partner. Okay, cool.
Absolutely.
How do you think challenges can contribute to confidence?
These are good questions, Tiffany.
Thank you.
How do you think challenges can contribute to confidence? Oh gosh. So it's just perception, right? All of it is perception. All of this stuff, like all these situations, like, you decide what it means. You decide what it means. My event, Pretty Ambitious Summit, got postponed. For those of you who don't know what that is, I was set to hold my first live event on March 13th, 14th, and 15th
I
of
was gonna
this
be there.
year. You were supposed to be there of
Absolutely.
2020.
Uh-huh.
And I sold out to 400 people. To me, it was going to be like the best thing this industry has ever seen. So,
I believe it.
and thank you. And remember those dates? March 13th, 14th, 15th.
Girl,
Anyway,
I remember those days. Like, yes.
March 12th,
Mhm.
March 12th, Governor Newsom said no gatherings more than, I don't know, was it? Anyway, no large gatherings.
Right. Uh-huh. 15 to
And
12 to 10 to 6 to 9.
yeah, like what? To no,
Like,
just
yes.
stay home. No,
Yes.
don't
Exactly.
even go on a date. Sorry, don't.
Exactly.
And the timing of it was so hard. I felt so singled out.
Mhm.
How come? And I still wrestle with this sometimes. I look at other people and they've had successful events and I've attended those events. And when you have an event, it's like a baby.
Mhm.
I carried this quote unquote baby for a year.
Mhm.
I have 2 kids, so I'm not diminishing the pain of a miscarriage, because as a mother, nothing will compare to that pain.
Mhm.
Nothing, not the pain of this event. However, I do want to make that kind of comparison because I think it's the closest one. So what I think I had, in terms of business, is not only did I have a miscarriage, because a miscarriage, like, you lose like a few months in, this baby was full term.
Mhm.
I mean, I feel like I had a stillbirth.
Yes.
Um, when you work on something really hard for a year and you're in business, I'm sure you guys can relate. But yeah, it felt like a stillbirth because the van was loaded. The U-Haul truck was loaded. My bags were packed. We were ready to go. The people were here from different parts of the world to
Mm.
have this event, to attend my event. And then we had to cancel or postpone.
Mhm.
To postpone to what? I don't know.
Right.
Nobody knows.
Yeah.
So, but after mourning that, I couldn't wallow in it
Mhm.
because that would be pointless. And I really felt the responsibility to show up to everyone who invested in me, in this event, in this vision, in this movement, because to me, this was more than just an event. It was a movement. It wasn't even like a financial thing. For those of you who hold events, you know that you don't make a whole lot of money out of events. It pretty much goes back into the event,
Mhm.
right? You make money out of it other ways.
Mhm.
But yeah, so it wasn't even a financial thing. I just really wanted to bring something awesome to my industry, be something different, give them what they needed. And yeah, and so I had to, how could I see that as a plus, Tiffany? How could I see that as a plus?
Right.
But when you're in business, when you sign up for entrepreneurship, you're also signing up um, to see obstacles as opportunities.
Mm.
This whole coronavirus thing, we're all shut down. What does this mean? What does this mean? This can't be a plus. And we're all out of work. What does this mean? So, to me, what this whole year, 2020, has taught me is that opportunity doesn't go away. It just changes shape. It just shifts. It just looks different. There's still a ton of opportunity there, but it just doesn't look the way you thought it would look like. So where's the opportunity now? The opportunity is online. So what did I do? I went hard online.
Mhm.
I went hard online. You take away my stage, you take away my conference stage.
Mhm.
All right, so my computer is going to be my stage. And because of that, I I'm feel very blessed and grateful to say that my online business has had record numbers
Mm.
since coronavirus. I never thought. My brick and mortar shut down. I can't do anything about that. And I actually hired a lot of my girls who work for Sheila Bella Microblading as like front desk,
Right.
as brow artists.
Mhm.
They're not out of work.
Mhm.
I hired them to come onto my online team
Mm.
and make it bigger until who knows when.
Right.
So, I mean, all it is perception, is learning how to see these obstacles for what they are. They're opportunities. They're opportunities to sharpen you. You know, while everybody else is sleeping, wake up early. While everybody else is at home paralyzed and unable to move because of fear, be the one that moves anyway. While everybody else is too afraid to speak, that clears the way for you, right? When everybody else is silent, speak. Good, they're listening. So you have to see the opportunity in every obstacle, and that's something that I've learned throughout this pandemic. And the way challenges give you more confidence, I think, is when we have a memory bank, right? We have a memory bank, and if that memory bank is full of memories of you feeling the fear, doing it anyway, seeing the challenge, pushing through it, that's the only thing that's confidence building. I don't think these like 13th place, awards that they're giving out to kids left and right is helping anyone. I think it's hurting people.
Mm-hmm.
No more participation awards, please.
Okay. So we were talking about, you were like, no more participation awards.
Yeah, no more participation awards. Yeah, we need to, but basically, yeah, we need to move on from that. Mm-hmm. I think our children deserve to be challenged. I feel like, what else? Comfort softens us. Mm-hmm. This is a little pandemic, and look how softened we are. Mm-hmm. Like, I don't know. Maybe not. No, this is a big deal. Listen, I'm freaked out. I'm not going to say it's a little pandemic, but like, comfort softens you the way that challenges don't. Challenges sharpens you. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. It's like we're, and I think that's where confidence is born out of. Confidence is born through, overcoming challenges. That's the only way it's born, honestly.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. That's so true. Your track record, you got to track your progress.
Yeah, and when you look at yourself in the mirror, you know what your track record is better than anyone. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. And it's directly affected to your, connected to your level of confidence, for sure.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so what have you seen that would cause people to not feel worthy, and how could they overcome that?
Okay. What have I seen that would cause people to not feel worthy?
Or you yourself?
So there's a great saying, and I think it's a book too. It's called, oh gosh, I'm blanking. I just read, there's a saying, the pathway, the road to yes is paved with no's. Mm-hmm. So the difference between successful people and, the haves and the have-nots really is the haves understand that concept, where the have-nots, get a couple no's, and they're out. They quit. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. So I think, what would cause people to not have confidence is giving up. Mm-hmm. And giving up too soon.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
So yeah, you have to keep pushing through. It will be a yes at some point, especially if you don't give up. There's also another saying that persistence is genius in disguise. It's another one that I really love. So yeah, I think that when people give up too soon, I think that causes self-doubt.
Yes, that's very true.
So I think you're cheating yourself of that confidence when you do decide to give up. Instead of giving up, just recalibrate. Mm-hmm. Try something else. Mm-hmm. When it's not working. When something isn't working, don't give up. Just ask yourself, what haven't I done yet?
True, 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 true. Yes. Thank you. I just had a conversation with a girlfriend on the way here today, and she was like, I was just telling her my advice was like, you're giving up before you even start. Like, she didn't, you know what I'm saying? And I'm just like, no, just keep going, keep trying. Like, you wouldn't tell me to give up. You would tell me to keep going, right? So I'm going to tell you the same thing. So, yes, you're right. Don't give up too soon. Thank you, guys.
That's a good friend. That's a good friend.
Okay. So, what advice do you have to make women feel beautiful and confident within themselves first?
What advice do I have to make women feel beautiful and confident within themselves first?
Mm-hmm.
It's not one piece of advice. It's not just one thing. It is a lot of little things combined. So you have to have your pillars, right, down. Your fit pillar, your financial pillar, your relational pillar, your spiritual pillar. And I think that's why it's really, I'm such an advocate for a strong morning routine. And I think it's my morning routines decides what kind of day I'm going to have. It is so important for me, for my health, for my well-being. I know that those, extra quote unquote 5 minutes of, sleep in the morning feels good. But what I would like to always remind myself as I push through, getting up despite that alarm clock, is that getting up will feel better, not now, but like even just 15 minutes from now. So, a strong morning routine to me is just the best thing any woman, okay, I'm talking to women here, can do for themselves. To get up before the kids wake up, make time for your fit pillar, make time for your spiritual pillar, make time for, for journaling and for getting in touch with yourself, make time to move your body, make time to meal prep. You really need to take care of yourself as if you weren't yourself, you weren't in your body, as if you were your own caregiver.
Right, exactly.
You your own you would never forget to take your you would never forget to give your mom her supplements if you were her caregiver. You know what I mean? So why not treat yourself with that same love and care?
Exactly.
And that's where it stems from, right? It's like, okay, I don't want to take my supplements, but if I were caring for my mom or my sister, I'd be like, it's 12 o'clock. It's time to take your supplements. Here, take it. Why wouldn't you do that for yourself? You really need to be your own best friend.
Yes, that's so true too. That's so true. Everything you're saying is like, I just thought of this yesterday. I just on the way here. But it's like, I was just thinking yesterday, like, I need to start taking care of myself, and people should be taking care of themselves like they're taking care of their kid or their significant other. Like, you don't want them to smoke. You want them to eat. You want them to sleep on time. So yes, treat yourself with that same respect and like love. Yes.
And it shows. Yeah, we tell our kids, go to bed. Go to bed. Why? Because I'm going to wake you up super early for school, and you're going to be like, yes.
Totally. Yes.
So, and we're the same way. And I think that's why I think self-discipline is self-love. And yeah, it'll show and you will feel it.
Okay. Lastly, do you have any songs, podcasts, routine, books for confidence building?
Songs, podcasts, routines, books. Okay, so let's start with songs. Okay, not WAP. Although I think WAP is hilarious.
Okay, so I've never sat through and listened to the whole song with lyrics.
Get a bucket and a mop. Get a bucket and a mop.
I can see why why that could be confidence boosting for women though.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. So, yeah, if it's confidence boosting for you, go ahead and play that. I think it's funny. I think it's so funny. I feel like she's
I heard
trolling
like
us.
maybe 15 seconds of it, and I'm like, dude, this is like hella funny.
It's so funny.
Yeah.
And I think the people who are offended by it don't understand that it's meant to be funny.
Right,
She's like, she's trolling us. She's like, how vulgar can I get?
Right.
It's like a,
Like the
you know,
content.
yeah, it's not even hot. It's just funny.
Right. I'm gonna listen to it after this. Actually.
You should read. So, well, how I came across it was my husband was like, here, read this out loud. Just read it out loud. So he gave me the lyrics to WAP he looked it up on my phone. And I read it out loud and he filmed me.
Oh, that's funny.
And he sent it to our friends.
Oh my God, that's so funny. That's so funny because my man was like, it came up on YouTube and then he was like, look. And I like looked and I saw, I didn't know the song. This is the first I've heard of it. I just looked over and it was the two of them. And then I was like, are you going to play it? And he was like, well, our son was right there. He was like, nah, I wanted us to look at it. So I was like, okay, so that's how I knew of the song and I already knew WAP, like WAP. I was like, okay, like, come on. Like, so that's what, I don't know. I wasn't so enthusiastic to hear it, but now I just want to hear it.
I know. It's so fun. So, okay. Well, that floats your boat. Fine. Well, a song that really pumps me up is Freedom, but they're both Beyonce songs.
Okay.
It's Freedom by Beyonce. And I just love that. I just love that song. I love running to it. And I Was Here by Beyonce. Those really pumped me up. And what'd you say? Podcasts?
Podcast, CDs, books, routines.
Podcast CDs? Oh, wow. What's going on?
Oh, wow. Why did I put that in there? What year are we in?
1982, baby. 1982. I know what that is.
I actually have a CD player in my car.
CDs.
I'm sorry, albums. Let me rephrase. Okay.
Oh, albums.
Spotify stations or what else? Pandora stations.
I still like albums. I don't really have any go-to ones. I like my playlist.
Okay.
But I like Beyonce. Podcasts. The Pretty Rich podcast.
Yes, girl.
Okay, that's my podcast. What other podcasts do I like that really pump me up? I love Chris Harder's podcast, For the Love of Money.
Oh, okay.
Chris Harder is one of my mentors. I just joined his mastermind. And that's another thing too. Always be joining masterminds every time you can. Every time it should just be a part of your business expense. And books. The Obstacle is the Way by Ryan Holiday.
Okay.
And also This is Marketing by Seth Godin. I love Gary Vee. Okay, he's too much for some people, but he's not too much for me. I don't know. He's just the right thing for me. And then routines. I have my I am statements on Post-it notes.
Okay.
And I post them all over my bathroom mirror. And I actually have them in black. And then I write on them with white gel pens.
That's cute.
Okay. And I tape them all over my bathroom mirror. I have my own personal bathroom so that when I'm brushing my teeth, I can meditate on my I am statements and who I want to be. And so it's a part of my routine. Like it's like in my way. So I have to.
Right.
So yeah, that's part of my
I want my own bathroom where I can put my own I am statement.
I don't want anyone else in there. That's why I don't want anyone else in there.
Yeah. It's a sanctuary.
Like, yeah.
I feel you. Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
So if we wanted to work with you further, how can we do that? How can we be a part of your world? Or
send me a DM on Instagram. If you are a beautypreneur or an online coach who wants to learn how to scale to 7 figures, send me a direct message on Instagram at real Sheila Bella, at real Sheila Bella. Just send me a direct message. It's like, hey, I need help. This is what I'm going through. I answer to every single direct message. And I'm very reachable. So yeah, just reach out. I have online courses that teach you how to grow your social media platform. But honestly, I understand that every business is unique. So if you want my help in building a more successful beauty business and a more profitable online coaching business, I'm here for you at Real Sheila Bella.
Dope. Okay, everyone, give her a follow and a look-see. And so, Sheila, I know we talked about a lot today, but one last thing before we sign off. What is one thing that we can do today, right now, to start feeling confident? I'll put you on the spot.
Okay. Understand that the people who hurt you are not coming back to heal you. They are not saying, I'm sorry. And your confidence cannot rely on another human being when they are flawed. You put your confidence in God, your creator, and you let him tell you who you are and not anybody that's been created. So forgive and move forward.
Very well said. Thank you. Thank you for that. Forgive. I need to remember that too.
That helps with, I mean, I think forgiveness too is another thing that hinders our self-confidence, unforgiveness. So yeah, forgiveness is a big part of it.
Okay, well, thank you so much, Sheila, for all your wisdom today. I'm excited to implement some of the stuff that you talked about.
Ooh, it's a lot of work.
Yeah, this is work. It's work. It's not just a one-day thing. It is like active, daily, multiple times a day work.
So. All right.
So thank you, Sheila, for being with us today. And this is Tiffany and Sheila signing off with Beauty and Confidence Within. And we hope that today you learn how to acknowledge your worth and feel beautiful from the inside out so that you are able to step into the most confident version of yourself. We'll see you next time. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Thanks for having me, guys.
Thank you for being here.